right, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Erickson Presents Mixing Tutorials. And today we got a special situation for you. We're going to have a nice conversation. Go ahead and introduce yourself so the people know who you are.
I'm Thug Mrs.
JG, Eargasm Music.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. So what is it that you guys do, or what have you done that people may have heard, or why they should be hearing what it is that you're doing?
Well, you got your Queen of the Bay album that's out. Album 2, still trying to come up with the title of that. So she got some music out. I'm working on a comp, working with some different artists. But everything kind of jump started off of Camille's Thug Mrs. music. And, we branched out off of that, brought in different people, different writers, producers, and kind of just all started off a conversation we had about getting back into music. We both took a little break and jumped back in it full steam ahead.
Okay, that's dope. So how do you, my channel is more for people who have home studios. So I'm assuming that we are in your home, and I know you have a home studio as well. So how do you like having a home studio as opposed to actually going to another facility?
I love it. I love being able to just come out and work in my own space, my own, it's freedom. I set my own hours, I set my own goals. I collect every single piece. I built this by myself from the ground up. I've worked in $1 million studios, for over 2 decades. And it's nothing like having your own space, I know how everything works down to the last little piece.
Okay.
And it's constantly, evolving. So, it's always finding out what the next piece of gear is or what microphones to use, different techniques and stuff. But man, this is it. Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. I worked in some pretty big studios as well, down at Gower Studios and a bunch of other studios in between there. Yeah, it's nothing like being able to, roll out of bed, grab some coffee, and go jump in your studio. I feel like I'm more productive that way too if I don't have to drive.
And you're not on somebody's time, or it's not, you don't have a whole bunch of insiders coming in and out, and you get to regulate everything that's happening. Yeah.
Dope.
We definitely gearheads though too, because me and her went back and forth. She had a certain mic. I had the one step down from that, and then I went and got one. It was kind of a dream mic. We always talked about getting the U87s, and there may be mics better than that, but for us, for me, when I was in LA working at these huge studios, I always saw
the U87,
the U87, the Avalon. So when we had started doing music when we were younger, we didn't have money like that. So now having the means to do this for me was kind of more of a status thing for me. Here we go. U87, and we take pride in our gear. Yep.
So how long would you say it took you to put your studio together?
It took me 8 months.
Okay. And that's starting from having nothing.
This space used to be filled to the top with furniture and clothes and car parts and stuff. So I had to move everything out. I had to donate everything, and then start from the, literally assembling all the the desks, just the basics, right? I built the booth by myself.
Okay.
Insulated it, soundproofed everything, padded everything, then each piece of gear one by one, right? And then checking frequencies, making sure shit wasn't bouncing off stuff. And then, I think it took a solid, during quarantine, a solid 8 months.
8 months.
Yeah.
I already kind of had some gear put up. Before COVID, I had never really bought a lot of gear. I was working with Jimmy, John, and Elise, two really good friends of mine who, they had a studio.
They had a nice little setup.
Yeah, anytime I needed certain gear, they would buy it, and I was doing music for them, and then they always entrusted me in the equipment, so it was in my garage, got it going, but then from when I was using that equipment to now, things have changed. Learning how to do more stuff in the box was different. I'm used to being on big consoles and stuff and getting that certain sound.
Analog.
Yeah. So for that first year, I was really struggling with my mixes because, again, I was used to analog consoles and getting that certain sound. So learning how to get that in the box and then investing in some other gear to help me get that sound. It's been a process, but I love the sound I'm getting. Doug Miss she got a really dope sound in her studio. So I mean, they're home studios, but the equipment is not
Not the cheap shit.
Yeah, it's not home studio.
Yeah.
I got you. So it's so basically you're saying that the quality is still industry.
There.
Yeah, definitely.